Halo guys, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Diva Samasa Putri. I'm from class 3A. Okay, today I will explain the material about the consecutive interpreting. Consecutive interpreting and its expert. After I searching more deeply about the consecutive interpreting, I come to understand what it is. Here, I will explain what consecutive interpreting is and other relate to the matter. Okay? Consecutive interpreting. What is consecutive interpreting? Consecutive interpreting is when an interpreter listens to the speaker finish what they are saying, they pause for a moment before conveying the speech in another language or into the target language. This is very different from written translation as the consecutive interpreting process is done directly. The interpreter must be able to listen, remember, and convey the message without using notes or written text, making consecutive interpreting challenge in itself. Various strategy for the learning consecutive interpreting. I took this from a name Russell D. 2010. Consecutive Translation Teaching Strategy by Russell D. 2010. Researchers in consecutive interpreting emphasize that there are effective strategies that can help students improve their skill, especially through structured exercise and classroom simulation. Okay, these strategies are explained through two main perspectives, namely the pragmatic approach and cognitive justification. It also presents relevant exercise to develop student abilities and provide method for the practicing and teaching consecutive interpreting by Russell D. 2010. Okay, next slide. Consecutive Interpreting Note-Taking Skill by Han Lu G and Wen Zi 2022. He mean, in addition, other studies also mention the importance of note-taking skill, where good note-taking abilities help memory and reveal student mindset in the learning process. But that not all, it can also train a person proficiency in writing notes. Okay, next slide. Comparison of consecutive translation versus simultaneous translation by Cook E.N. Salah H. 2019. There is research that examines the comparison between consecutive interpreting and simultaneous interpreting, and this researcher assumed that consecutive interpreting is better than simultaneous interpreting. This can be seen from the consecutive interpreting method, which minimizes precision. These researchers also explain that application of note-taking technique in consecutive interpreting is more accurate than simultaneous interpreter. Okay, next slide. This is about the working memory task in interpreting studies, a meta-analysis, translation, cognition, and behavior by Giseli S. 2022. Overall, consecutive interpreting is not just linguistic skill, but also a combination of memory, strategies, and intensive practice. Good teaching, effective note-taking, and memory management will help interpreter achieve optimal performance. Okay, this is the conclusion of today's material. Okay, the last slide. It is the conclusion of today's material. Conclusion. Consecutive interpreting is not merely a linguistic skill, but rather a combination of memory, strategies, and intensive practice. Various studies emphasize that our success of consecutive interpreting is greatly influenced by effective teaching strategies, note-taking skill, and the strengthening of cognitive aspect and emotional regulation. Comparative or simultaneous interpreting. Consecutive interpreting is considered more accurate because there is minimal repetition and it is more effective when applying note-taking techniques. Therefore, good consecutive interpreting teaching should focus on structured exercise, real simulation, and memory and emotion management. Overall, applying the right method will help interpreter achieve optimal performance in consecutive interpreting practice. Okay, that's all for today material. Thank you for attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.